Hey, Molly.
Leonard, what's up? Is something wrong?
Yes, actually. My mother contacted me today and said that some of her belongings are missing. Do you happen to know what happened to them?
Huh? No, I don't know anything. I don't even know what's been taken. Your mom has so many valuable things just lying around. I'm not sure why you would think that I have any information on this at all. Are you accusing me of stealing?
No, it's not quite like that.
Then why are you asking me? It sounds like you think I'm a suspect.
It's just that my mother said that the items went missing on the day that we came over. I thought you might have seen something or knew something about what happened, that's all. I'm not accusing you, but
I have no idea. Maybe your mother just lost it somewhere. You're making it sound like someone stole it just because she can't find it.
do you really not know anything? If you really do, now's the time to come clean about it.
I already told you that I didn't do anything. So please give it up already. If something really did happen on the day that we both went to her house, then you're just as much of a suspect. Don't put the blame for this on me.
I'm not really suspecting you, but I really don't know anything.
Neither do I. So unless you're hiding something, it's probably the case that someone else targeted them and stole the valuables. Your parents are rich after all. And I know sometimes you hang out with those people at the bar. Maybe your friends took advantage of you. And if it isn't that, she just really needs to make sure that she knows where everything is. She has a lot of stuff. Maybe it was just misplaced or lost somewhere. One or two things out of her hoard of valuables doesn't need this much fuss.
Yeah, but it seems like things have been disappearing often recently.
Perhaps, but still. You're my husband. I can't believe that your first thought was to suspect me. I don't know anything, and I haven't done anything. Who am I supposed to trust if my beloved husband suspects me? It's just too cruel.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for suspecting you, Molly. I just knew, since it happened on the day that we were there, and that there was no other visitors that I knew of, that I should make sure and rule out the obvious answer first. You're right, though. I should make sure that no one close to me has been involved in this. I'll ask my mother again for more details.
You should have done that from the beginning. Don't you dare doubt me like that again. As a part of your apology, I'm expecting a gift. Maybe a handbag from a luxury brand?
A luxury bag? What are you talking about? Why should I buy you a branded bag just because I asked you a question? This is ridiculous. We just had a conversation about your recent spending habits, too. This isn't healthy. We can't keep forking out money like this. Besides, you just purchased something similar a few weeks ago. You don't need a new one. I'm your husband. Don't you want something more than money from me? All this money that you're spending. And you're never at home. I don't know who you're hanging out with, but you seem to be going on a lot of trips lately.
It's stressful being suspected all the time. I love you so much, but I'm in a marriage without trust. That's why I buy things I like and go on trips with my friends to relieve stress. What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with that? I work tirelessly every day, too. It's selfish to use our funds like this.
You keep talking about money, money, money. But your parents are wealthy, so what's the big deal? If you're in need of money, why don't you just go ask your parents?
I have a job, and I'm an adult. I don't want to just rely on my parents for everything. This is a problem between us as a married couple. The bottom line is that you just bought brand-named items recently, and we don't need a new bag right now. I'll ask you one more time. Do you really know nothing about the stolen jewelry?
Of course not. How would I?
I see. All right. If you really don't know anything, then maybe we should go to the police. There's a chance that someone might have broken in and stole it. It's decided. I'm going to the police with my mother today.
Going to the police? Isn't that a bit too extreme?
According to my mother, some of the missing jewelry is quite valuable. She said that there even was a precious ring that my father gave her for their anniversary. But more than the jewels, someone has access into my parents' house without them knowing. My mother's also feeling anxious about it.
Police? Hold on a second. Going to the police is too extreme. Have you searched the whole house? Does your mother even know exactly what's missing? Maybe the missing item will be found within the house. So why don't you search around there first? You don't need to rush to the police today. I'll help you search from now on. If it isn't there, it won't be too late to go to the police after we've looked. It's already too much.
I see. Well, I guess you're right. Before we go to the police, let's search the house. I'll see you there soon. Thank you. 3 days later.
Hey, Leonard, look at this. Is this what you were talking about? The necklace that your mother said was missing?
Yes, that's it. Why do you have it?
Well, I just found it right now.
Where was it? I swear, if you knew about this the whole time.
No, I can't believe that you're really still suspecting me. We were looking for things and found it in your room.
From my room, really?
Doubt me all you'd like, but maybe if you'd search your own room more carefully, you'd find all the things that went missing. You can't just look at a room. You have to search it properly. It's a good thing that it was found. It would have been too much to go to the police.
Why was it in my room?
I don't know. Maybe it got mixed up when you put your luggage away? It probably ended up in your bag accidentally. Anyway, it's good that it was found. The other things will probably be found soon too. So, before you suspect me, why don't you search your room again? The necklace and some earrings are in here, so don't forget your bag and don't lose them. It took me time to find them.
I still really doubt that you found them in my room. I mean, just how would they have gotten from her house into my room? It doesn't make sense.
I don't know. I want to know just as much as you do. Listen, Leonard. These things came out of your room, and even still, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. But you refuse to trust me even the slightest bit. It came out of your room. All of it. Maybe you were hiding it the whole time. You doubt me so much as a projection of your own secrets. I was thinking of forgiving you if you'd bought me just one branded bag after this incident. It's really unbecoming of you to treat me like this, even after I went through the effort and found these items for you. How long are you going to doubt me? How long are you going to doubt me even after the items were in your room? You're my husband. Why don't you believe me? Have you ever considered my feelings? What always being suspected does to me? I've never done anything to make you doubt me. I'd rather get divorced than go through this miserable feeling.
Divorce? Why are we suddenly talking about divorce? We're being a little dramatic here. Just calm down for a moment. This conversation is going too far. We don't need to divorce over something like this. How would people view us if it became public?
Something like this? You always doubt me. It was found in your room, so just take responsibility. Every time something happens, you always doubt me, and it's taking a toll on me. Blaming others is not healthy at all, and I'm tired of it.
I get it. I was wrong.
If you really don't want a divorce, promise me.
Promise you what?
Promise that you'll never doubt me again. If you break this promise, we will really get divorced.
I got it. I won't doubt you anymore. I promise. 1 week later. Molly.
What? What's wrong?
My mother says another valuable from our family home has gone missing. Do you know anything about it?
Again? I really don't know anything about it.
It always disappears when we go to my family's house, and it's been happening too often to be a coincidence.
Maybe your mother left it somewhere.
This time, we might really have to go to the police about it.
Really? You always make such a fuss about everything. Maybe it's in your room or somewhere else in our house, just like last time.
You know something, don't you?
Stop asking me every time. How could I know anything? Why do you think I would know? Did you go to the police immediately? You're probably the one causing all this again. I don't know where your family's things are.
When you found the necklace and earrings in my room last time, where were they?
At that time, I found them under the bed.
Really?
Really? You don't believe me?
Something's not right.
What's wrong?
I clean my room every day, and it wasn't there when I cleaned it. If it was under the bed, I think I would have noticed it.
Maybe you were distracted while cleaning. There has to be an explanation. It was under the bed when I found it.
But I feel like I'm right. There wasn't anything there.
You're suspecting me again. Do you remember the promise that we made last time? That you wouldn't suspect me anymore? You remember that, right? Don't make me say you forgot.
Yes, but something doesn't feel right.
If it's not my fault this time, then you'll have to buy me a brand new outfit. Got that?
This time, it's absolutely impossible. It's not a coincidence. Even if it somehow was, I'm not buying you anything.
A promise is a promise, right? Don't forget it.
All right, I get it. I'll definitely find out the cause this time, but I won't buy you a brand new outfit. Moving on. How is our hamster? Is he doing well?
Yeah, he's doing great. Couldn't be better.
Are you taking good care of it?
Well, actually, I'm kind of bored with it already.
But you were the one who wanted it. Said you wanted to keep a hamster.
I know, but taking care of it is so much work.
And on top of that, I noticed you moved the enclosure to my room from the living room. Why?
Because it makes noise. It keeps running and running, and the wheel keeps squeaking and squeaking. I couldn't concentrate with it making noise all the time in the living room, so I moved it to your room.
I see. I understand now.
Also, since I'm already tired of taking care of it, could you take care of it from now on?
That's incredibly irresponsible of you, but fine, I'll take good care of it.
Great. Please take care of it every day when you come home from work.
Fine. 3 days later.
Leonard, I found it in your room again. This time it's another ring.
Really? That's impossible. That's absolutely impossible.
What do you mean impossible?
There's no way it could have been found in my room.
Are you kidding me? How would this be my fault? A promise is a promise. Since it wasn't my fault this time either, as an apology for doubting me, I'll be expecting that outfit.
Hey, hold on a minute. I definitely didn't have it in my room. I checked when I was cleaning. I checked every nook and cranny of my room and there was nothing there. You must have put it there.
It was found in your room. You're telling me I put it there? I've had enough of being blamed every time. It's unbearable.
I checked properly when I was cleaning. It's not just my imagination. I'm sure I checked thoroughly.
This is ridiculous. You really believe that I did it?
That's not the point. It wasn't in my room.
It was found in your room, so why don't you admit it? What kind of a man are you? That's it. This time, I really want a divorce. I'm prepared to divorce at any time. I'm always being suspected by you, and I can't take it anymore.
I see. If you say that, then there's no choice but to divorce. Because at this point, I'm considering divorce too.
Huh? You're You're considering it for real? You're lying.
No, it's not a lie. I'm serious this time. I'm really considering divorce.
Leonard, you're going too far now. I just brought it up because you always suspect me. You're not going to divorce me, are you?
At first, I thought it was just a coincidence that things were missing. But then you told me that the missing items were found in my room. It's impossible for them to be in my room. Maybe you're right that these things were found in my room, but it's not just once. Things have gone missing many times and have been found there. Don't you think that it's more than just a coincidence that rings and necklaces and earrings have gone missing multiple times? Don't you think it's strange that when I tried to go to my mother or the police, the missing items always end up being found? Plus, you're always the one who finds them in my room. Don't you think that's strange?
This is so typical of you.
Yeah, well, you said that it was an exaggeration to go to the police. So I searched my room and the entire house myself. It was you, wasn't it? Trying to steal my mother's things. When you realized that you were about to get caught, you dropped all the items off in my room to put the blame on me.
What are you talking about? Do you think I would benefit from stealing from my own mother-in-law? If you have evidence that I tried to steal it, then show me. Otherwise, this is just bullshit.
You want proof? I have it.
Then show me. Are you trying to intimidate me because you suspect me? This kind of threat won't work on me because I didn't do anything.
You were caught in the act of trying to steal, and you tried to shift the blame onto me.
What's wrong with you? That's a terrible way to talk to me. If you're gonna say that, then just show me the evidence already. That I was trying to steal. That I pinned the blame on you. Show me all the evidence. It's not like it matters anyway. You can't because you're bluffing. You're my husband, aren't you? I can't believe you're doing this to me.
That's right. I'm your husband. And as your husband, I have footage of you entering my room and placing the jewelry into the corner of my room.
But what are you talking about? Footage? You set up a camera? You're really the worst.
Oh, I'm the worst. You said that you wanted a hamster, so we got one. But you didn't take care of it, and left everything to me, didn't you?
Well, I got bored with it, so I asked you to take care of it.
I have work to do. And I was worried that something would happen to the hamster while you were out, so I installed a pet camera. I didn't install it with any ill intent.
If that's the case, then why didn't you tell me you had a pet camera?
It was just for the hamster, and I didn't think you needed to know, since you didn't take care of him anyways.
That may be true, but...
The camera caught everything. It caught you planting the evidence in my room. So all the evidence you want to see is there. Do you want to see it? I'll show you everything.
I'm sorry. I wanted to get back at you, so I tried to make it look like it was your fault.
You're cruel.
I'm really sorry. Please, Leonard, don't tell your mother. Please.
Is there anything else you're hiding? There are still some missing items that haven't been found yet. Anything else?
Of course not. Believe me. I only framed you once. I really don't know about anything else.
Is that so? Really?
Yes, I only did it once as revenge.
Actually, because things had been disappearing in quick succession, I installed security cameras not only for the pets, but also for areas outside my room.
Huh?
Not just in the living room, but also in the entrance and the other rooms. You said going to the police was too much of a hassle. Before making a big deal out of it, I thought I'd try to handle it on my own, like you wanted. Besides, I couldn't believe that things were disappearing just by chance. Then, on the camera footage, there was a man entering the house. You know him, don't you? While I was away, you and he were getting cozy. There's so much evidence. You can't make any excuses, can you?
You are deceiving me. You're the worst.
Deceiving you? It was you who deceived me, lying to me, cheating on me. Not only were you fooling around with your lover, but you're keeping my mother's jewelry from me. Can't you answer me? Where are they? Maybe you don't even know. You probably pawned them off for a profit. And then, maybe even planned to go on a trip with all that money. It's all recorded on the video. You were the worst. I really can't believe it. If you really want to see all of this evidence, I'll show you.
I can't believe this. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Various things kept disappearing from the house, and I couldn't consult the police, so I did what I could. Besides, I didn't think you could do this alone. I thought there must be someone else, a collaborator, so I added more cameras. I never intended to deceive you, and I never thought that such footage would be captured. Who was the one deceiving who? You decided to blame everything on me. You cheated and deceived me too, didn't you? It's really disappointing. I wish that I were wrong. Molly, is there anything else that you're hiding? If there is, please be honest and tell me everything now. It would be a shame if this became public knowledge.
What was in the video was the truth. Please don't make a big deal out of this. I'll return everything that I stole. So please, I'm begging you.
At first, I thought if you told me everything honestly, we could solve this problem between ourselves without involving the police. But I can't forgive you. You waited to tell the whole truth until the end. How could you lie like that? It was all you and that man, wasn't it? I didn't want to doubt you. But now I can't help it. I can't trust you anymore. From now on, I can't live with you anymore. Leave this house immediately with all of your belongings and go back to your parents' house right now. This time, we're really getting a divorce.
I don't want a divorce. Please, Leonard, try and reconsider. I can't go back to my parents' house after a divorce. What should I tell them? I'd be humiliated.
Sorry, Molly, but I've already contacted your parents and let them know everything.
What? You're lying!
I didn't want the situation to get any worse. I talked to your parents first, knowing you'd get upset. It was easier. So just go home quietly. Your parents should be coming to pick you up soon.
My parents are coming here? No, please reconsider the divorce.
It's impossible now. I can't stay with you after what you did. When I talked to your parents, they apologized to me on your behalf. They were horrified at what you did. But even if they apologized, I can't forgive you. Absolutely not. So I'm going to divorce you. You were tired of being doubted by me anyhow. This is the best choice for both of us. After you've left, I'll be going to the police with my mother to file a report.
Go to the police? What's going to happen to me now?
I don't know what's going to happen next. The only thing you can do is leave. And learn that what you did is unforgivable.
But I only sold our family belongings. Does that count as theft?
You're not even sorry for it. You're selling other people's things without permission. Of course it's theft.
Of course. I'm sorry. I never expected this to happen.
Did you think that you could get away with it just because we're family?
I thought that you would forgive me. I was relying on you.
We're getting a divorce. You're no longer my family, and I want nothing to do with you.
Please don't say that. I'll never do something like this again. I won't even see him. Please, Leonard.
I'm going to the police now. We'll see what happens.
What should I do now? What's going to happen to me?
I don't know. You should reflect on what you've done.
Actually, there is something else. The man on the camera. I knew him before I married you. He was my ex-boyfriend, and we committed fraud together. This is not our first crime.
Even if you say that now, it's useless. I can't believe anything that you say anymore. There's nothing I can do. This is all because of what you've done with that man. Take responsibility for your own actions. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. We're strangers from now on. Don't contact me again. Thereafter. Finally, everything was over. After Molly returned to her parents' house, it took some time for her to agree to divorce me, but we were finally able to do it, and I feel relieved. At first, I didn't know what was going to happen. Molly seemed to be reflecting on betraying her parents and my family. But in the end, Molly and that man were arrested. My family's relieved that the thefts have come to an end. Now, my mother can live a little more peacefully. I've always suspected Molly, and while I felt terrible about it, my instincts were right. I heard her muttering, questioning herself as to why she did such a thing, when she had such a wonderful husband like me, but it was too late for her to realize. She said that she relied on me too much. It might have been the most true thing she said. Molly's parents apologized, and they paid us the value of the stolen bags and jewelry. Finally, my life can return to normal. Even though I'm relieved, I'm completely exhausted. Although there were some enjoyable times during my marriage with Molly, it's truly a shame. I couldn't believe the man Molly was with was her ex-boyfriend, Jace. I remember Molly telling me about her ex-boyfriend a while back. I knew he had a bad reputation for getting into trouble, but I never imagined it would be Jace. He's infamous in this area for all the wrong reasons. Apparently, Molly was really in love with Jace all those years ago, and her parents were really troubled by it too. Even though they tried to protect Molly from him, she wouldn't listen to them. But in the end, it turns out that both Molly and Jace were not first-time offenders, and had already been arrested for fraud before, which was really shocking and hard to believe. Then, I thought about how Molly's parents must have felt if I was so shocked as her husband. They said that they were prepared to disown her at the time. They believed in their dear daughter and trusted her word about breaking up with Jace, but it turns out Molly and Jace's relationship continued on this whole time. Molly really betrayed everyone important to her. Molly's parents were sobbing. They truly were regretful about the actions their daughter took. But it was never their fault. I forgave them completely. Seeing her parents like that, I hope Molly will also have a change of heart. I hope she realizes the pain that she's caused, and vows not to do it again. My heart is heavier now, but I learned a lot of things from my marriage with Molly. To not cause any worries for my parents, I have to choose a proper woman when I get married again.